Princeton University's Jadwin Gym. Our first match, 103 pounds. Senior undefeated 30-0, Hamid Chalileh out of Waldwick versus Irvington Jr. Terrence Paul with a record of 25-2. By the way, Chalileh last year here at Princeton finished in 6th place.
And both boys movers out there. It should be a good first bout for us today. Terrence Paul with the green anklet, Irvington High School. The circle behind by Paul for 2 from Warwick, and it's Paul who gets the early lead, and a fast neutral to make it 2-1, and a takedown 3-2 for Chalileh.
So Chalileh 3-2, and we're only 30 seconds into this first match.
This is the kind of action we've seen from both wrestlers, Mitch, through the full tournament, so I'm not surprised that in 30 seconds, 5 points have already been put up on the board.
Chalileh with a career record of 84-13-1. Paul, record for his career of 61-17. Both finished first, respectively, in their districts and regions.
Chalileh, a senior, and Paul just a junior here in the first weight class. Paul trying to stand and clear those hands. Nice balance by the top wrestler. Paul coming up, unable to cut and get that point.
Chalileh maintains control. 1 minute to go in this first period.
Moving! Hands first!
Paul moving nicely. Chalileh staying with him.
You know, we took a little count of the breakdown according to classes this year, and as expected, a lot of seniors. You will see 20 of them today, 4 juniors and 2 sophomores. By the way, the schools with 2 wrestlers in the finals, Paul VI of Haddonfield, South Plainfield, and Phillipsburg. Everybody else has 1.
Tremendous accomplishment for those schools. At this point in the states, such a tough state as New Jersey, to get more than 1 wrestler this far, tremendous as far as the coaches, the towns, and the schools themselves are concerned.
.34 seconds to go in this first period. And Chalileh up 3-2 over Paul.
Chalileh countering Paul's moves nicely. Paul moving, staying up on a base, not down flat, but unable to score any points after that first flurry.
18, get
Chalileh during the tournament has scored 14 points in a match, 12 in another, 11 in another, so he's not somebody out there just to ride on top. He'll work to put his opponent towards his back.
At the end of one very quick period, and Chalileh on top, 3-2. Chalileh gets the choice. And he'll start from the down position.
I think he feels very confident. He's been very, very fast out from the bottom in his earlier matches in the tournament. I think he feels he can start to build his lead right now and get more than that 1-point lead by scoring some points.
Chalileh up, turns. Paul still has control.
Paul, good job of staying with his opponent at the end of the mat. Keeping his own knees on so the clock continues to run.
Down to 1:34 to go in this second period.
Joe Longo working as the mat official, a very, very fine official in the state, assisted by Ron Grigoletto, another good official out here in our first bout of the finals. Paul working on the forearm, picking his opponent up. Chalileh fighting in with the whizzer and going to come and face his opponent, going in for the 2. Not content with just getting 1, looks for the reversal and has it.
And takes a 5-2 lead with just about a minute to go in this second period. Chalileh from Waldwick, Paul from Irvington. Out of bounds they go with 54 seconds. Chalileh, by the way, uses a both right and left stance when on top. Switch hitter.
Very fine, accomplished wrestler. Extraordinarily nice bills for the wrestlers out here at the first weight class, remembering that they are just 103 pounds. A little heavier Mitch right now after eating since their last weigh-in, but again, both very, very well built for this first weight class.
Chalileh still in control as we're down to just about 30 seconds. 30 seconds now to go in the second period.
Stalling, red on top. He has the lead, and Joe Longo, as the official, wants him to move out to the side, work for his fall, feels he's not doing that, and so hits him with a warning for stalling.
That's a tough call. You know, we've seen a variety of referees, a variety of what is stalling and what isn't.
And all we're looking for in the finals here, Mitch, is some kind of consistency. Let the wrestlers know immediately in their bout the way it's going to be called, and then stay that way for the full 6 minutes. Don't change part way through, and I think we have 4 officials that will do that today. Chalileh a little wary of moving out to the side against a good opponent like Paul. He doesn't want to give up points, so he'll work for his fall, but he's not going to put himself in danger. With just 12 seconds left, he'd like this period to end 5-2. Starts with the freestyle start, but then comes back onto his opponent for control.
We're at the end of 2 periods. Hamid Chalileh of Waldwick leading Terrence Paul of Irvington 5-2. Mitch Gross and Jerry Saxel, the New Jersey State High School Wrestling Championships, exclusively on New Jersey Network. And as we start this third period, Chalileh once again on top.
Paul desiring a neutral somewhere in here so that he can make it 5-3 and possibly get a takedown. Chalileh, a tough rider, up on top, chopping an arm, hooking a leg when he has to. Still riding parallel here. Joe Longo looking, wants that fall worked for.
Paul still digging, still trying to get out and start something as time ticks away. Down to 1:34 to go in this third and final period.
Terrence Paul has moved into the finals by upsetting the second-seeded wrestler at this weight class. And it is nice to report that the third place was taken by Brian Farnham of Haddon Township, a 9-4 decision, and a fine third-place finish in the States at 103.
Meanwhile, Hamid Chalileh is 1 minute and 10 seconds away from the championship here, if he can maintain control.
Paul beginning to face his opponent. Started with a little bit of a carry, switched into a single leg, but they're near the edge of that mat, and Chalileh moves them off.
57 seconds to go. 5-2 Chalileh.
The experience of the senior, the placing in the States in the past, seems to be the difference now as we hit the final minute of the first championship here today at Princeton.
Run that head. Run ahead. Run ahead. Put on it. Come on.
Chalileh still maintains control. 30 seconds to go in what has been a very quick first match.
Yes, it has. They've stayed on the mat. They have not gone out of the circle, and so the clock has run rapidly in this first bout.
And the whistle from the referee. 1 point for stalling.
It may not seem like a large point, but should Paul have a reversal in the final 17 seconds, we'd be facing an overtime.
We're at 5-3 right now. 15 seconds to go. Paul still trying to pull that reversal. Chalileh with a big drop there. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. And we have our first champion of the 1989 New Jersey State High School Wrestling Championships. The 103-pound victor, Hamid Chalileh of Waldwick.